Everyone knows the 35mm Leica Summicron. This legendary manual focus lens is small and light, it has great image quality, smooth bokeh, but comes with a hefty price tag. So how can the $99 ttartisan 23mm f1.4 lens compare to it? The Summicron has been in production for decades. Many photographers don't use any other 35mm lens. It has legendary status, and if money is no object, there is not a single reason to choose the ttartisan lens. So this will not be a direct comparison. That would not be fair to either of these lenses. They are both playing in a different league for different audiences, but they do have a lot in common. So today I'm going to talk about how the ttartisan can give you 90% of the Summicron experience for a fraction of the cost. To do that, we first need to define what the Summicron really is. If you take out the glory of the Leica red dot, you will be left with a manual focus lens in the ever desired 35mm focal length and lowest maximum aperture of f2. This makes it a versatile reportage and environmental portrait lens, but it does have a few downsides. Outside of the Leica M-mount cameras, it has to be used with an adapter, and regardless of the camera you use, its closest focus is down to 0.7 meters. And here comes the ttartisan 23mm f1.4 lens. It's designed for crop sensor cameras and comes in all the aps-c mounts. I've got mine in the L mount and found it to be a great match with the Leica CL and TL2 cameras. On an aps-c camera, the ttartisan lens gives images identical to a full-frame 35mm f2 lens, hence the similarity to the Summicron. But this cheap lens has the benefit of capturing more light thanks to the faster maximum aperture. Not having to use an adapter is a great bonus, and being able to focus down to 20 cm is even better. This allows to reach a high magnification level, which provides more creative opportunities for close-up shots. This would not mean much if the lens was uncomfortable to use, but ttartisan has done a good job designing it. The lens gives a dense feeling thanks to all metal and glass construction, but it's still light. The black paint with silver accents on the focus ring gives a little bit of a retro vibe, especially with the combination of white edged markings. The focusing ring moves smoothly and with excellent weight and damping. The focus throw isn't long but is enough for accurate focus. But keep in mind that if you want to focus at infinity, the result will not be sharp at the infinity marking. You have to rotate the focus slightly backward to get a focused infinity shot. This is a common issue. ttartisan designed the lens for various mounts with different flange focus distances, and autofocus infinity is a direct result of it. I didn't find this to be a problem, since I use focus peaking and can see what is in focus at any time. The clipped aperture ring is narrow, sits at the front of the lens, and your orientation relies on a single red dot. Its design could be better, but I still found it easy to use. The aperture has half stop intents through f4, from where there are only full aperture stops from f4 to f16. The aperture iris has 10 blades and stays fairly rounded as you stop it down. This lens is a perfect size for my Leica CL and would make it a great fit for other small cameras like Fujifilm X-Pro 3 or Nikon ZF-C. As I said in my other reviews of ttartisan lenses, their image quality is surprisingly good despite the very low price. The same is true for this 23mm f1.4 lens. In real-life situations, where the center sharpness is the most important, the lens will not disappoint, even at f1.4. Just don't expect it to produce clinically sharp images from corner to corner at the maximum aperture. The bokeh quality is nice and soft. The ability to get close allows you to create a very shallow depth of field despite the wide-angle perspective. The lens comes without a lens hood, so you may want to look for an aftermarket 43mm screw-in hood to prevent any flares. But even without a hood, the lens performs well. As with any other affordable lens, you may need to spend more time in post-processing to get good results. Sometimes the images may come across as not sharp and vibrant as with better lenses, but it's not a rule of thumb. At the end of the day, it's all about light and your subject. Corner sharpness is suffering at f1.4, but improves gradually through f5.6 and f8, where it's not bad at all. Working a manual focus lens is a lot about muscle memory, so you cannot expect perfect results from day one. But practice makes perfect, and so also your images will get better over time. The ttartisan 23mm f1.4 is not perfect, but it's a lot of lens for the money. Its close focus ability makes it more attractive than most competitors. This lens can also be an alternative to some vintage lenses, as it will not cost more and benefits from not needing an adapter. This, in combination with wide aperture, makes it a great budget alternative to much more expensive lenses like the Summicron 35mm. If nothing else, then this lens will let you test the sought-after wide but shallow depth of field look. It's also one of the least expensive ways you can add the classic 35mm angle of view to your aps-c kit. And that makes it definitely worth consideration. In the end, it's about you and what you like. Is this a lens you would want for yourself? Does it find it into your kit and vision of what you want to create? If you have never dabbled with the 35mm focal length or would like to try out a manual focus lens for the first time, there is little risk in getting the ttartisan 23mm f1.4. In the hand of a skilled photographer, there will be no shortage of fun and interesting results. And if you prefer a lens that is easy to use and delivers great results, you need to watch this video next, where I compare two 23mm f2 autofocus crop sense lenses for Leica and Fujifilm.